So this is a video to demonstrate how to play an activity which we call handfuls. It's a very useful activity and well used across different year levels at SPC. It's really supportive when learning place value concepts and also with multiplicative thinking or multiplication. So in the activity you'll need a small collection of items. I've got counters here. At home it could be pieces of pasta, it could be little mini pom-poms, it could be pieces of Lego, whatever you might have at home. And the idea is that children will grab a handful. It might be a full handful, or if they're using smaller numbers, I'd suggest asking them just to use some of their fingers. The first thing we do when we are working with the activity as handfuls is estimate or predict how many we think we might have in front of us. So as children get more practice with doing handfuls, they get better at estimating. Often in the early stages, whatever size of the collection, young children will say there's 100. So as they get better and more practice, they make better estimates. So I might estimate here that there's 22 counters. So we estimate, then we organise the collection. So the children need to sort of spread out the counters and start what we call organising to find out how many there are. So it's slightly different to counting one-to-one, where they may make a big line with one-to-one correspondence. They're now beginning to organise into a way that's easy to see how many there will be altogether. So here I've organised this collection into fives, and I'm going to make the dice pattern, or some children call it flowers. And so we can see a few things here. I can see that I've got 4 fives, and I know that's 20. So we've got our multiplication thinking there, and 2 more, which is 22. I could also see that 2 fives is 10, and I've got 2 tens, which is 20, so I've got 22. You may say to your child, can you organise your collection a different way that's still easy to see how many there are? And they can explore different ways. They might choose to make 6s, or they may make 10s or 3s. And now I've got 3 6s and 4 more. And I know that 3 6s is 18 and 4 more is 22. So even though I've changed how it looks, I still have the same quantity. Some great questions to prompt their thinking and their understanding about numbers would be things like, if you had 1 more counter, how many would you have? Or if you had 1 less, how many would you have? If you have 1 more group of 6, how many would you have? Or if you had 1 less group, how many would you have? You may also then take it further and say, if you had 10 more, how many would you have? Or if you had 10 less, how many would you have? This is a demonstration of handfuls.